Greetings, hunters. It's been quite some time since our last seminar. I trust that you all have been keeping up with your studies, and that you have been coping well with the unnaturally warm start to this summer season. Before you can call yourselves fully fledged field agents, you must be able to function in any climate, be it a sweltering jungle, a scorching desert, or this city during a historic heatwave. Oh, Lord preserve us, it's so damned hot. You must also be up to date on all introductory Enigmorph studies. This lecture is one in a series, and if you have not yet familiarized yourself with the curriculum covered in any previous lecture, I ask you now to excuse yourself from the classroom to catch up on any information you might have missed. Previously, we examined an entry from the field log of Agent Mitra Chatterjee, who first discovered and documented the shape-shifting Enigmorph Bivalve. Agent Chatterjee had to travel from HHC headquarters in Rhode Island to the tropical Oros Island. Resourceful as any good HHC agent, she was able to coerce the captain of a merchant vessel into taking her to her destination. However, not all field agents rely on conventional methods of human transportation. Today, we'll be covering 3 different species of enigmorphs that are commonly used by field agents for land, sea, and even supernatural transportation. A thorough understanding of these enigmorphs will greatly alleviate much of the burden that accompanies HHC field expeditions. Though modern-day human transportation has advanced at an unprecedented pace over the past few decades, there are still limitations to this burgeoning field of technology. Steam engines can power locomotives, massive machines that travel long distances at impressive speeds, carrying several tons of cargo with them. Revolutionary though this may be, steam locomotives are limited by railway systems that are time-consuming and expensive to construct. The world of naval transportation has also progressed, and the seas are now patrolled by the world power's most advanced steam and coal-powered vessels. Much more sturdy than wooden ships, but often slower and prone to disastrous malfunctions. Other means of transportation exist. Bicycles are excellent for traversing short distances much quicker than any human could walk, provided the road ahead is level and well manicured. Horseless carriages are beginning to pique the interest of global investors, though the technology is far from perfect. Aerospace travel has also presented exciting new ways to see the world, with dirigibles and hot air balloons becoming safer and more accessible to the common man. These impressive, yet limiting, human inventions are changing the way the world stays connected, and we are lucky to have some of the leading experts in transportation technology working for us at the HHC. But we, as the keepers of the world's greatest secret, have access to that which no other human does, the enigmorphs. As you are well aware, enigmorphs pose a significant threat to humankind, but with a proper understanding of these uncanny creatures, we are able to harness their power for our benefit. Undoubtedly, one of the most considerable boons granted by the enigmorphs is their ability to aid in transportation. Field agents are often dispatched to every corner of the globe, and expected to return in one piece, and on time. The 3 enigmorphs we will look at today can be of great assistance in this regard. Firstly, we'll look at the apex enigmorph Canicavel, an essential companion to any HHC field agent. Loyal and obedient as a dog, yet swift and powerful as a horse, these fauna, energy, and aerial type enigmorphs are used by HHC members all over the world. HHC Master Trainer Chase Darrow once said that a horse can be loyal, friendly, obedient, and gentle, but there is one thing a horse can never be: a dog. Of course, this quote predates the discovery of Canicavel, an enigmorph that combines the best features of the canid and equine families. It is almost as if the species of enigmorph corrupted for the express purpose of serving humans. Indeed, HHC scientists theorize that, like all enigmorphs, Canicavel would not exist without the presence of humans to influence its corruption. Unlike most other enigmorphs, however, Canicavel seems particularly attuned to the emotions, needs, and desires of humans. Perhaps this is some advancement of the complex bond between humans and canines. They are fiercely loyal, kind, and easy to train. Even their physique seems to have considered human interaction, as their smooth, leathery hides are comfortable to sit on without a saddle. They can also achieve incredible speeds, propelling themselves across oppositely charged ions to move faster than any man-made machine. At max speeds, they can even take off from the ground, allowing humans to experience aerial travel unlike anything we've ever seen before. Notable abilities include strength enough to support an adult human's weight while running, manipulation and generation of electricity. They are gentle, intelligent, and easy to train, and they can achieve powered flight, or run on air. Though you can capture these enigmorphs in the wild, Master Trainer Darrow has a full stable of trusty Canicavel that you may borrow as needed, provided you treat the enigmorphs with care and affection. So long as you don't encourage your mounted Canicavel to accelerate beyond the speeds of a normal horse, most human civilians will not think twice when encountering these enigmorphs. To them, they appear to be nothing more than large, somewhat malnourished-looking horses. Canicavel can take you from coast to coast and even through the air for short distances, but if your work for the HHC finds you needing to reach the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean, you will require a different type of enigmorph. When we return from our regularly scheduled break, I will share with you Benthellium, a massive deep-sea enigmorph known as the living submersible. For now, take a few moments to stretch and relieve yourselves. I'd enforce some arbitrary time restriction on this recess, but it's so blasted hot that I haven't the energy to scold you. Just go and bring back some ice and a damp cloth for extra credit on the next exam.
Hey guys, Jack here. It might be hot out right now, but you know what's really cool? The sponsor of today's video, Unveil. If you've been watching the Enigmorph series for a while, you know all about Unveil and how much I, as an artist, appreciate this website. Unveil is an online community for artists, writers, and creatives of all shapes and forms. If you're looking for an AI-free environment to share your work that's supportive, motivational, and made for and by creatives, then look no further. I've been using Unveil to upload, organize, and share the artwork that I've made for the Enigmorph project. Their UI is not only easy to use, but easy on the eye, allowing anyone to create a beautiful portfolio of their artwork for everyone to enjoy. These portfolio pages are character-specific, meaning that you can include any and all possible information you'd like for your creations, from images to written content and even links to music that you associate with your characters. You can sort by world, artist, creator, and more. If you're looking for the artwork I've done for the Enigmorph project, check out my Unveil and the Apocryphal and Lexi Anominatus worlds. Unveil isn't like those social media platforms that prioritize meaningless likes and upvotes. Here you can find genuine communities of people who want to share their work, make connections, and get inspired. I love being able to have a fun, inclusive platform to share my work on. It feels so different from using something like Instagram or Twitter. I'm not worried about how many likes I get or whether or not my posts are trending. I can just enjoy the feeling of knowing that people love what I do. There's nothing else more valuable to an artist. So what are you waiting for? Unveil is free and available right now. There's no download necessary, just click the link in the description and start your artistic journey today. Thank you to Unveil for sponsoring this video. Now, drink some water and hurry back to class.
You're back. On time, perhaps? I'm not sure. I believe the mechanism within my pocket watch has been damaged by the copious amounts of perspiration that has now seeped into my breast pocket. Is everyone staying hydrated? I know I am. Very well. Let's see this seminar through and get the hell out of this infernal lecture hall. We were just coming to the topic of Benthellium, one of the largest known enigmorphs, and one without which our studies on the seafloor would be nearly impossible. You see, the massive jaws of Benthellium act like the gates of a levee, sealing out all water and creating a safe, airtight cabin in which several humans can ride. The gentle nature of these enigmorphs makes it possible for humans to use them as massive mobile diving bells, and their passengers can even stare out into the aquatic environment around them through transparent viewing ports on either side of the lower jaw. Rarely seen by humans, these apex aquatic and arthro enigmorphs live in the darkest depths of the ocean. Only here could a creature of such size be so well concealed. They do arise from their nocturnal homes from time to time, with an uncanny interest in surface dwellers. Hunters who have been able to train these massive enigmorphs utilize them for undersea travel. Their gaping maws, when closed, are entirely airtight, allowing for several humans to travel within them without fear of drowning. The enigmorphs even have transparent portholes in their lower jaws, allowing their passengers to look out from within and into the surrounding sea. Notable abilities include a thick carapace able to withstand immense pressure, diving to great depths, an airtight jaw that can safely transport humans great distances under the sea, and emitting a strong light that can illuminate dark seas. It sounds absurd, but it's actually quite comfortable, even relaxing inside the mouth of a well-trained Benthellium. But they do need to be well-trained. Any enigmorph must be if they are to work alongside humans without causing more harm than good. This is especially true for the final enigmorph we'll look at today, an immensely powerful Void, Draug, and Daemon type. One of the rarest and most powerful enigmorphs known to the HHC, Diciernomist should only be approached by the most experienced hunters. It is thought that these creatures were once humans, as they can communicate clearly through verbal language and understand complex human concepts such as math, physics, and medicine. They boast a unique ability to transport physical matter from point A to point B instantly. They can send a human being from New York to Nepal in the blink of an eye. However, the devious enigmorphs have a dark sense of humor, and every voyage is a deadly gamble. Some victims of their trickery have been sent to the bottom of the ocean, or trapped on a frozen summit with no hope of escape. Others arrive to find themselves missing a limb, or without memory of how they got there, or where they came from. Notable abilities include mastery of human speech in any language, above average human intelligence, and teleportation of physical matter. Little else is known about these enigmorphs, as they are exceedingly rare and nearly impossible to train. To this date, no known HHC trainer has ever been able to successfully capture and train a Diciernomist in order to take full advantage of its teleportation powers. It is strongly advised that all agents avoid contact with these enigmorphs until more research can be done. We've lost some good members to these creatures. But what I wouldn't do to have a Diciernomist transport me to a frozen summit right now. I'd rather die cold and content than miserable and drowning in my own sweat. Class dismissed for today. If you have any questions about today's seminar, la-da-da-da-da, please write them down below in your notebooks. I'll be sure to address your curiosity as soon as possible.